Hey friends, what's happening? This is Dr. Heather Carden coming to you live from Ask Dr. Heather. Good, happy Saturday evening to you and an early happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. I think hopefully you heard my last Facebook Live, and what we're going to do is simply start just answering the questions you've been asking. So what I have done the past year is I would just wait to get a pile of questions on thyroid or gut health or ulcerative colitis or fatigue, and then I would do like a 20-minute presentation on it. Well, now what's going to do is I'm just going to take the questions that people personally send me or post down below and help answer those. So I'm going to start with just my own journey. We actually have been traveling because people say, what do you do traveling? Like, it seems to be that people have, I don't have a stand or anything today, so I'm going to be holding with my hand. So no, this is absolutely meant to be shared. It's absolutely meant to be educational to help you. Oftentimes I say lots of things, but hopefully there's one thing that sticks out that you actually take action on to actually help you be a better version of yourself, or the very best version of yourself that you can be today with your given circumstances. So we have been traveling since Thursday. I had a really bad night Wednesday afternoon. Many of you know I had an amputation 10 weeks ago. Almost didn't fly here to see my son. And I thought, you know what? I can either lay in Kansas and I can be in pain and try to figure out this whole swelling and what's happening with my prosthesis, or I can get on a plane and I can see what can happen. Hopefully the pain goes down. And I asked my prayer warrior team to just pray for me to hope that everything goes well, because I had a lot of firsts. I don't want to talk about myself, but want to make a comparison. So we asked people to make choices, like just cut out the soda, cut out the sweet tea, maybe half the bread or half the pasta, or just try one day doing a 24-hour fast, or do an OMED, which is one meal a day. I got that question. What does OMED means? One meal every day. And so that means you don't have to have perfect macros, you simply eat one meal a day. So as we were getting ready to travel Thursday, I thought, you know, with having pain and knowing what I know about fasting and how it helps the body heal and calms down the nervous system, the best thing I could do is actually get up, have some water, maybe I did have some coffee just to get me through. And coffee can be an amazing remedy to actually help with bowels and help with triglycerides. And, you know, it's a source of stimulant or energy, but it can be actually have some great medicinal purposes. So it allowed me to actually fast since I was traveling all day. And I knew that the gratitude on the other end would actually be seeing my son, seeing his first new home. So again, we have a choice every single day. You can wake up and say, tomorrow I'm going to exercise. Tomorrow, well, I'm going to wait till I finish all the soda in the house. I'm going to wait till I finish all the ice cream in the house. I'm going to wait till I've got a birthday this weekend. And for over 20 years, I've heard this time and time again. And my question is always, is it going to be Groundhog's Day where tomorrow's going to be different, or do you take action steps today? So my suggestion always is, when you're in the mood to get better health and you're like, okay, today's the day, that's exactly when you start. Because every moment of the day, your body's making chemical processes. Every second of every day, your body's making different chemical processes, to hormones, to neurotransmitters, to your brain telling your organs what to do. Every single second. Right now, as I'm talking, I'm breathing in toxins from a hotel room. I'm eating off schedule for myself. I'm on my phone later than I normally am, given the time change. But felt just the importance of so many people asking me, what do you do when you travel? How do you do that? Like, do we make excuses? Do we actually, I took some notes down here from you all's comments, like, how do you actually do that? Well, I knew that, again, Wednesday, I didn't go to bed till about 4 a.m., need to wake up at 6 a.m., which again, I would not advise anyone. Sleep is that secret weapon, but I knew that if I could get through that moment and get through that pain period, and that's just me pushing through on the prosthetic, that on the other end of that, I would land in Florida, I would see my son, I would celebrate all my many first flying with a prosthesis, figuring that out, and actually figuring out myself sitting in my electric wheelchair with my prosthesis. Another thing of getting through, and then just landing here, figuring all out. Every time I call for a Lyft or Uber driver, I get looks. They either leave me or they take me, and this time they actually weren't going to take me. My husband actually put the wheelchair in the trunk, and then he decided, no, I'm not going to take you guys, get the wheelchair out of the trunk. So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to cancel the Lyft. And he said, okay, get back in there. And then when we get to my son's place, we figure that they actually doubled our charges. So I don't know, I got a handicap charge on there for some reason. But anyway, just think of that, about we have choices every day. I could have chosen to stay home and say, you know what, I could have still been in pain there, or actually focus on that positive, focus on that 90% or that 10%, however you want to look at it. Is a glass half full or is it half empty? So, and I'm super excited about this on a sidebar, paper straws. I'm at a Marriott. How about that? So cool, paper straws, because you know plastic is not doing great things to our environment. So when we start talking about choices and people asking about travel, if in doubt, don't eat. I mean, that really is honestly the choice. We went to a place today. Hopefully you saw that. I had a huge Jerry Seinfeld moment of the soup Nazi. If you guys ever saw that Jerry Seinfeld, and if you have, drop Jerry's name down below if you've seen that moment where Cosmo goes to the soup Nazi, and he's like, no soup for you, because I don't know, I can't remember what the situation was, but no soup for you. I felt that today when we were at the Two Chef Souperie, and so we got to taste different soups, but it was great because I look at the menu. Do I dive all in, and do I have all the bread and all the dairy and all that kind of stuff in a French onion soup, or no, do I have the tuna salad on a mixed bed of greens? My goal for coming to see my son was to have a nice meal, to visit, to catch up. It wasn't to overindulge in bread. We went to a Greek restaurant last night, all you can eat tzatziki bread, and pita bread and tzatziki sauce. Like normally at a Mexican restaurant, they bring chips and salsa, and they brought plate after plate. So it was one of those things where I could have said, oh, I'm here to do all this. But actually the thing is, no, my husband's taking a picture over here. I chose to enjoy the company that I'm with. I'm actually not going to overeat because I'm not going to feel good about myself. And then I'm not going to have like mom brain because I'm having too many carbs. So I chose to actually think about, this is about my son. This is about celebrating my oldest son, his first new home. I mean, how exciting is that? It wasn't about the food. The food is great. It wasn't about having the perfect restaurant. Like today, my husband wanted to have Mexican, and then my son and his girlfriend wanted to pick this other restaurant. So it ended up being a great choice. And so it's always about, you can pick, I didn't go this way, or again, overindulge. When I get home, I'm going to start my diet. My husband's talking over there, guys. If your husband's ever over talk you, put like a big star down below. Anyway, when I'm traveling, I do try to plan stuff. Sometimes we have beef jerky always in there. We have some nuts and seeds. You can definitely pick some of those up at the airport. Maybe they're not the perfect one, but don't pick the chocolate covered one. But just plan how that's going to look for you. So, and I love what Frank is saying, like OMED to finish, which is great. And OMED just means one meal every day. It's a normal part of what our body actually is expected to do. Our body's not expected to feed 5 to 17 times a day. Your body actually loves when it has a nice 24-hour rest. So what we do is we try to pick the very best. I've been posting a lot of recipes on my Facebook storyline here because I want to help people understand that you can go out to eat and have an amazing fun time with your family. You can travel and have a great time with your family without overindulging, without having a bunch of alcohol, without having a bunch of desserts. You can have those great, amazing times. Unlimited pita bread. Like seriously, that was a big high five for me because I didn't go for it. I could have gone for it. And then the same thing with this amazing soup kitchen. They had lots of bread that came with different types of breads, different desserts that came with the different types of soups of the day. It was nice. I went for the salad, the greens, keep your bread on the other side. So it really is a choice every single day. Do you want to become the best version of yourself? Do you want to have the bread and have the pita bread and have the sourdough and rye bread and then have an inflammatory reaction happen, or try to keep the storm calm down for me or for everyone? Because we know that carbs lead to inflammation, which actually lead to a lot of health disease processes. So it's about making the right decision, putting a mental list inside your brain. Why did I come? What's the most important thing? Did I bring the perfect outfits? No, because I packed super late. Did I show up with half my makeup? Nah, I forgot my base and forgot some other stuff, but that's okay because it wasn't about what I didn't bring. It's about why I showed up and how I showed up. So I showed up with a smile and dirty hair, and I think the same day's clothes. If you guys had watched me on Thursday, just because Wednesday had not been a super fun day for me, I kept thinking it was going to calm down, but this is all part. I did this on my own personal page, getting myself used to my prosthesis. You don't just put the leg on and wear it 24/7. You got to work your body into it. It is a very painful process, but it's so different a pain compared to the RSD pain. But I think I've covered my points today about choices are like, is it Groundhog Day, or is today the day you decide I'm not going to have a snack before I go to bed? I'm going to set my water right by my bed, so when I wake up I have my 12 to 16 ounces of water. And then instead of autopilot on coffee, like this morning I woke up, my husband said, do you want cream in your coffee, the keto cream or the functional fat? We call it keto cream in your coffee. And I said, no, I just want the straight coffee. I'm not really hungry yet. I don't need the healthy fats yet. And so really we just went over and visited with my son, sat by the pool and said, you know, then we're going to go have meal at like 3:30. And here it is, whatever time it is, we've just found where we are. It's like, you know, we're going to be good till tomorrow. So if in doubt when traveling, stay well hydrated. I do want to say that. And I know you guys know I do use Pruvix exogenous ketones. So I've actually been enjoying the chocolate mint all weekend long, because even when you refill the water, if you use the same shaker bottle, it still has that little mint flavor in there. I love that. So if you've tried the mint chocolate chip flavor, put like a thumbs up down. I want to know who's tried it, because it's an amazing, amazing flavor. But just know that I know it's summer activities. Tomorrow's Father's Day. So again, big happy Father's Day to everyone out there. plan your day, run the day like you want. Like if you know you want to go and have somebody's potato salad tomorrow, or somebody's going to make a special pie or special dessert, get up, get the carbs going out of your body. So that means earn your carbs, as Dr. Roth would say. So that means get up, do a little bit of extra exercise today. If you knew you're going to have something tomorrow, own it up. Say, you know what? I'm not going to shame. I'm not going to blame. I'm not going to feel guilty. I'm going to have that blueberry pie, not a second piece, but just one, but I'm going to earn it. So I would eat good yesterday. I did that small intermittent fasting today. And again, being Father's Day, and many of you are participating in our monthly 60-hour reboot, which starts tomorrow night. Hopefully you guys have taken some of the tips that I shared last week, which is really just start, make sure your body's saturated with ketones, start eliminating those carbohydrates. So as we start our 60-hour keto reboot, our keto, almost like a keto fast, but there's almost about 280 calories you're having with nutrients, amino acids, and different minerals that your body doesn't have any big. It has a very smooth shift as we become our metabolic boss, which is burning fat for fuel, which is the most efficient fuel we can have. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, but today is really just about, again, what is the purpose of your trip? If you go shopping, is it to stop and get ice cream, or is it to actually shop with a family member? If you're traveling, is it about the food on the airplane and how many packs of pretzels you can get? Or is it about that time with your family and your friends? So I know it's rude to say pick family over friends. You don't have to do that, because you can actually have healthy fat foods, healthy greens, healthy meats, those type of things, and still enjoy your family without overindulging in the carbohydrates. I know, being an 80s lady, that's what we've been ingrained about, the overindulgence of stuff. This is plan your day, run your day the way that you want to run it. And if the easy thing for you is journaling your journey, we talked today about my son likes to make his list, his shopping list, on his notes in his phone, and his girlfriend actually likes to have it on a handwritten piece of paper. I'm a kind of a paper person too, and when I have it written down. And know that, especially when you're traveling, a holiday like tomorrow, it's not about being perfect. But if tomorrow you're going somewhere, let's talk about it's like AA, and you're going to some party tomorrow, and you know that you're an alcoholic, and you have your buddy that you call and say, hey, I'm going to go to a Father's Day dinner, and they're actually going to be having alcohol, help me through that. The same thing's true when you're getting ready to do a reboot or getting ready for Father's Day. Have an accountability partner and say, yes, I'm going to call you so I don't eat the ice cream, I don't eat the pie, I don't eat the chips, or I'm going to have one serving of a carbohydrate. Maybe it's corn on the cob, maybe it is a blueberry pie, maybe it is a muffin or something, whatever it is. Know that that's going to be what you have, but have that accountability partner that's maybe not a family member, so they help you with that. I do know that what exogenous ketones do is they do take away cravings. They do help you feel fuller longer or satiety, so they help hold that blood sugar steady, so you're less likely to dive into a bunch of carbohydrates. And then again, stay well hydrated. It is super hot here in Florida. I know it's very humid in Kansas, where my other boys are. So just stay well hydrated, and this should actually help you keep a couple simple tips as you move along toward your journey to get through tomorrow to start your reboot, which actually starts at 8 o'clock your time zone. Couple questions. Someone said, do you have RSD? My answer is a yes, I have RSD. I saw where that question went. And again, this is meant to be shared, guys. This is meant for someone to be educational. Maybe you weren't for sure, like you've been on a great journey, you've lost 30, 40 fat pounds, maybe 4 fat pounds, maybe 10 fat pounds, or maybe you've really got your diet cleaned up, and then you go tomorrow, you get around your family for Father's Day, and then you totally tank. It's about how do we actually recover and get back on that healthy wagon, right? And that's the same thing as just don't overfeed, don't go back for the second portion, have that accountability partner. Have a plan. I'm going to eat a very great breakfast, or I'm going to fast in the morning, and I'm going to have the brats and the burger and forget the buns, a potato salad, and I'm going to have the pie instead, or just set that for you and get some cardio workout in before and after, which will absolutely help you. So thank you guys for joining me here. And Ellen, I'm like you. I love the mint chip. So good. What time does it start? It is actually, Terry, if you're on the Keto Reboot Facebook page, that closed Facebook page, 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time at 9 Eastern Standard Time p.m. Coach Rob DeBoer will actually help kick us off. So make sure you're on that reboot page, and we will get you all through that. Somebody else said, and thank you guys again for watching. And Susan Smith, yes, the answer is yes. So if you need to talk more, send me a message on that. She's asking if I have RSD, which is reflex sympathetic dystrophy. The answer is yes. I actually got that after a skiing accident in 2014, so we can chat about that on a different day or share it over time. But you can see I'm in a hotel. kiddos are coming out from swimming, but wanted to just check in with you guys tonight because I know we're 24 hours away from our keto reboot this month. And again, about traveling. And if you're not participating in the reboot, you want more information about that, please message me privately. I'm super happy to answer that. And again, what we're doing. So Justin, great question. He says, will the keto cream stop autophagy? It's so individualized. My answer is probably going to be yes, because just check your ketone levels when you wake up in the morning and then have some water, right? And then go ahead and then have your coffee without keto cream. Check your ketones, your glucose level. Then the next day, wake up, have your water, make sure your ketone levels are when you wake up in the morning, have some water, have coffee, and then have the whole pack of keto cream in there. And then see about 30 or 40 minutes after you drink your coffee with keto cream, or maybe you put it in tea, or maybe you put it in almond milk or whatever, check your glucose and your ketones. If your glucose goes up a couple points, it takes you out of that, and your ketones go down, then it does break your fast. And if you're not fasting, then your body doesn't have a chance for autophagy. So 5.6 right now, so that is rocking solid. Is that with or without ketones, Justin?
I was going to say, remember the blood sugar, drink the stuff, check the blood sugar.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. Dr. Ralph's giving some tips over here. So we will pop back on. I know you guys are in a different time zone. You're plus, I think, 14 or 15, Justin. So just check your ketone level. And everyone doesn't have to check your ketone level if you're a biohacker, want to know what's happening in your body. But you can really tell by how your mouth feels. It feels really, really dry when you wake up in the morning. That's a great thing. It means your body's pulling, toxins out of the fat cells, like there's fat cells in our cheeks and other places that we want to get rid of. But we're going to answer all those reboot questions over on the Keto Reboot page. So Justin, just pop your question over there. One of the coaches will actually help you with that. And then again, today's really about just planning a tons of summer trips, holidays coming up, 4th of July coming up. We're in lots of different countries listening to this. So just as you have, again, different events coming up, just plan your day, run your day. And my thing is, what is the purpose of the event? Tomorrow, Father's Day, what's the purpose? Is it about the pie, or is it about the father? So that's what I would ask you, to just focus on what your why is. And as long as you stay true to that passion-driven mission of what your why is, why am I attending this event? Why am I going to a movie? Because I want to watch the movie? Or are you going to the movie so you can have an excuse to eat a lot of popcorn? It's the same thing. You can have the same thing when you're going out to Greek restaurant. Is it to have dinner with my family and still stay true to myself and keep my body healthy? Or is it to overindulge in everything I can possibly eat? So that is up to you, decision up to you. This is Dr. Heather Carden from Ask Dr. Heather. Sorry about the wiggleness, guys. I don't have a stand. My arm's getting tired today, crutching around town. But super, super excited. I will be catching a lot of you on the Keto Reboot page tomorrow morning as we tell you how to prepare. I know it's off for you, Justin, or people in Australia. There's lots of Australians on here, but just excited to help you guys get through your traveling this summer. We'll focus more on that because I'm getting a lot of questions of what should I eat. So just so you know, we had an early travel day. Wednesday, again, I didn't feel good. I didn't eat. That's the best way to let my body rest and recover. We did take a bag of beef jerky with us. I'm looking at him. Beef jerky with us. I did have a pack of ketones. We had coffee in there. So I had some things ready to go. I definitely had some extra electrolytes, which allow my body to fast and recover faster so I can enjoy my visit longer. So tomorrow I'm flying. So we ate about 3 o'clock today was our first meal of the day. And then tomorrow we're going to eat probably after church. So about 3 o'clock tomorrow. And then we'll get on a plane and land at midnight. So we won't even get until Monday. We don't do it every single day, but when it happens organically, that's just real life. And that's what your body's designed to do. You don't make a beeline to a different terminal to go get a Cinnabon, which is what I'd like to do, but that's not really what the purpose of traveling is. The purpose of traveling at the airport is not to eat at all the airport stops. It's actually to get from place to place. And remember, focus on what the plan is. Why are you going? What is your outcome? When you start actually answering those very simple questions inside your own brain, everything else comes much easier into play, like about sodas and about like financially funding a trip. Well, we're not going to spend extra money on extra things like desserts and extra sugary drinks, extra teas, extra pop, extra things like that. Then you can have fun and afford that trip. So again, thank you guys for joining me here tonight. Hopefully that helps answer your questions. I'm sorry to be windy. I was going to be super short today, but ended a couple minutes long. I will post some pictures down below because a tip from Dr. Ralph is when you're eating out, if in doubt, get the Cobb salad, right?
Oh my, yes.
Always. If in doubt, get the Cobb salad. It's like his go-to thing. Or get the bunless burger, and again, just don't bring the fries because, if they're on the fair and you smell them, you taste them, you're more likely to eat them. So just always pick a substitution for that. Or again, as long as your body's healthy and you've talked with your doctor, not anyone who has any significant disease process. If in doubt, don't eat. So if that's the only choice that you have is M&Ms, I would say your body's going to be much better and much stable if you don't go for the M&Ms, you don't go for the pretzels on the airplane, and then find some nuts or some healthy fats or a little bit of meat like beef jerky, or you can pack beef jerky and bring it with you. So I'll be checking in with you guys tomorrow on the Keto Reboot page. Ask Dr. Heather probably on Monday afternoon. I do see patients, so we'll check in with you then. You guys have a great day, and happy Father's Day to all those dads out there, the godfathers out there, the grandpas out there, the uncles out there. Happy Father's Day to each and every one of you out there. Have a great day.